But soon alright. Tell them it's soon alright. But soon alright. I'm sure without a doubt. My God will work it out. Tell the enemy.
Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is another day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. A couple, 2 months ago, it's like actually 7 weeks ago, I embarked on a project, and what was going on is that it was abandoned, and because it was abandoned, then there was no activity here. But there has been prior to that, it was an active place. What I mentioned, the passing of my sister, and there was nobody to take over. Or there are people who want to take over, but they have different intentions and all of that. But for me, it was more intentional than anything else, because I was a part of this. She made me a part of this project, and because of it was like a daily briefing to me. So when she passed, it's like, man, there was nobody to take up what was going on. So I felt in my spirit that no, I couldn't. This was once also, a part of my source. So I was compelled to be, to continue where she left off, just because of who she was. So, I had no intention of doing this, but as I said, purpose. God had it in mind that this was going to be. So it was neglected, as I mentioned, and there was no activity. Everything was like condemned, and so I decided to take on a project. When I came, well, for a point then, I was actually supporting the project, and I thought the project was going well. But because of engagements, I could not be, literally be a part of the everyday operation. But I was lied to that everything was going well, and blah blah blah. So down into what I was doing, making sure that what I was working on, everything was worked on properly, sorted out. Also, it was also, should I say, it was like, it was, in a way, I was doing something that will actually enhance the progression of this thing here. So I truly trusted it into some other people's hand, and man, they let it run away. When I came, everything, all of this was covered up in dense bushes. You couldn't, I'm looking at the main gate down the road. You couldn't see no main gate, you couldn't see nothing, no plants, no nothing. Everything was bush, covered with bush. We took out like tons and tons of bushes, and to unveil what is still, as I planned, as I mentioned to you, that I am going to be unveil what was really happening here. But we're almost coming to that point. So, this is how far we have reached now. We can actually have access to the main gate. We have access to the alley. We have access to, we can actually access, I mentioned there was like a circular roundabout here. I mean, this was just like one man track. If you were walking with me, we couldn't go like side by side. It's just one person after the other. And we came and we have been taking out some bushes, immense bushes, lots of bushes. And in a couple of days I plan to have a big old burning of these bushes. That is if we still have the weather changes, because we have been getting a lot of rain. So we managed to cut down some bushes. I'm gonna do like another reveal after this, to, you know, when we're like almost there, because it come to a point where now I have to get out of here. So this is what we have been doing so far, trying to unveil all of this beauty that is here. I call it the hidden gem. I mentioned to you that, I mean, you know, purpose never die. Purpose never die. It's like sometimes God call you to do some things, and there is not going to be any support. You're going to question yourself. Are you in your right mind? Where's the funds going to come from? Where the help is going to come from? Believe you me, this one, all of these important questions was evident on this particular project. Many a times I question myself, are you sane? Are you into your mind? You sure? You know? But I was not discouraged, because I know what was hidden under these bushes. And I think it was my call, like Nehemiah, to rebuild this place. And it was not encouraging at all. Everything was just like, there were so many problems. There's so many problems. I mean, we were without electricity for like 26 days. I called the power company about 13 times, reported the incident. Some of their workers, they actually came and they met with me like about 3 times. Okay, we're gonna take take care of this like right away. And up to this point, the 10th of November, we're still having broken poles. We have electrical shortages. One side, we have like 2 lines coming in, so when one line is working, the other is not working. And there was so many problems, but I kept going. And the theme song I used every day was, every day my theme song is like, God's gonna do it. God's gonna do it. Before I was born, before you and I were born, God knew us and He knew exactly what was gonna happen. He has our life, set out for us. Our pathway set out for us. We just have to trust Him. Trust Him with our whole heart. I was discouraged many times. The workers, the ethics was like, it was so disgusting. Because I'm not used to this kind of, work ethics and all of that. People come in, and up to now, in 1 or 2 weeks, they still haven't showed up, but they call it that they're still coming. And I kept going, so we have reached to a point where I am very, very excited that, I didn't listen to doubters. People discourage you. People say you're wasting your time. I didn't listen to them. I kept going. Saying to you this morning, they're gonna be, whenever sometimes God call you to do some things, you're gonna be you're gonna run into people who's gonna discourage you until it's not gonna work. And the reason why they're doing that is that they are losing out. You know, they know what you're capable of. And they felt that, I mean, if you're gone, who is gonna help them? So they will do everything in their powers to kind of, you know, turn you down or let you out to a term that I love to use, to make you abort your baby, because they have intention for you to, they would love you to grow their baby for them. Your baby mean, it could be mean your lemonade stand, your supermarket, your calling, your career. They'd rather you have you working in their company than starting your little lemonade stand and grow, because they feel threat. So, you know, don't let anybody discourage you from your purpose.